All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. A huge play there right off the bat. 64 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. And the kick by Rosas is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Darius Geis. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Rudolph looking to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, echo.
Going for it. It's Rudolph. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down. And 2 stop. You draw Corker. Ready?
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he slings one that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. On first down, Barkley. And oh, a little spin cycle, room to run now. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check, 61, smash box, right.
Now Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Go! 90 Wolf. Here we go. Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows to 10-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. third down, here's Geis. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Rudolph. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. That's complete to Slayton. 17 yards and a giant first down.
6-6, pull it out. 70, Indy. Shoot.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now it's Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Space to run past the 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Come. Hey, Charlie. Fight.
On first down, it's Samuels. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2. On the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready. 8, read. Brickstone, Travis. 3 down. Hey, check. Set up.
Here's Geis. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now it's Rudolph. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
On first down, this is Geis. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Ready?
On the draw, this is Barkley. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 41, Jones forced out to his left. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now after the run by Geis, here's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Ready?
A final shot before the break. Rudolph is going to take a shot at the end. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready? 18,
The Steelers, first down. First and 10.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a run with Geis. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first and 10 is Connor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This is Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Ready. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll run it again with Barkley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Jones operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
64,
They'll run for it with Samuels. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Slam. Jump, move.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Here's Samuels again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the first down.
60 or 2 yards on the pickup. Hey, Alpha.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three corners, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. 38. Watch 38. Single. Hey, orbit. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Deep river.
Here's Rudolph. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Hey, rock it. Let's go.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He finds his man, Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
80 weapon. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Samuels able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They give it off here to the tight end. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Catch made by Slayton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down.
Get it.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.